Hello and welcome back, humans of Earth. So, today I'm going to be showing you the new animal that I have. Yeah, let's just get on with it. So I'm going to get him out now. So when I say him, I mean they. And when I say they, I mean these two right here. So these are Giant African Millipedes. They obviously originate from Africa. But these are the largest millipede species in the world, and I now have them. So these guys are really cool. I keep them in this enclosure here. I'll put a video over it, over the top of me speaking now. Yeah, so I keep them in this enclosure. They live with my Madagascan hissing cockroach. This is because Madagascar is part of Africa. So they have the same climate, and they're both herbivores, which means they eat vegetables, so leafy greens and stuff, and fruit. So they both eat the same sort of things. The only worry is millipedes can produce a toxin when they urinate or when they poo, or I think they can just produce a toxin anyway, but that's only if they get stressed. But I've only got one hissing cockroach. Here he is. There we go. But I don't think there should be any problem. But I've also got a divider in the enclosure, so they can get away from each other. So now I'm going to do a little bit of why I think these guys are amazing pets. So if you are like me and love bugs and all odd creatures, these will make great pets because they are completely harmless. The only thing that they might do whilst holding is poo on you, and obviously that's not going to kill you. Unless you eat it, which I don't suggest eating it, just for health and safety reasons. But these guys make great pets because they are so easy to care for. So you can keep these guys at room temperature. But if your room normally goes below room temperature, especially in the winter, it's best to get a little heat pad to put under it. I've got a little heat pad under mine, but I barely turn it on because it's on a setting, so it only turns on when it gets to a certain temperature, and it's never really on because these guys can survive at room temperature. Another great reason is they are just awesome. They're flipping amazing. You could just watch their little legs. I would say they're almost therapeutic because their little legs go in synchronization, and it's just amazing. Also, if you don't like feeding live food to bugs or animals, these guys are a plus because they are completely herbivorous. So you feed them greens, you feed them lettuces, fruits. They do like their fruits apples and peppers. You should never give anything living, humans are the only ones that can eat iceberg lettuce. Anything living should never eat iceberg lettuce because it's just nothing goodness in them, and it's quite bad for them if they digest it. Another good reason is that although they are the largest species of millipede, they don't get huge. So if you wanted say if you wanted a snake, you'd need about 10 times the size of enclosure you'd need for these guys. So these guys just need a small, so they get to about 30 centimeters, yeah. And all you'd need to do is have about 60 centimeter by probably 30 centimeter enclosure for them, because you want them to have enough room to move about, so they suggest to have it double their length. Mine is not quite that, but these guys aren't fully grown yet. When they are, obviously I'm going to move them into a bigger enclosure. Also, another thing about these guys is that they can be solitary or they can be communal. So I've got two because I just, thought why not, just might as well get two. But you can either get one or two, it depends. If you can have two in a 60 by 30 centimeter enclosure because there's enough room for them both to stretch out. But if you wanted more, you probably want a bigger enclosure just because like you want them to have the best amount of best living, you know, quality of life. These are invertebrates, so you can get them online. So I got these guys from Bugs UK. Shout out to Bugs UK. But they also do them at Spider Shop. Basically, just type in like Giant African Millipedes for sale, and you can get them through the post. I suggest with going with some well-known places, because usually they have heat pads in like the boxing as where it comes in. They'll have like well, I've got the boxing here actually. They have like these little, don't know what they're called, like little I really don't know what they're called. I'll put like a little star thing of what they're called. But they have these, so everything's all insulated, and they won't ship them on like windy or, well, not windy, but like or cold, like really cold or really hot days, just because they look after the welfare of these animals. But because they are invertebrates, they don't have a law that requires you to obviously look after them, or like, so with vertebrate animals there's a law, the Animal Welfare Act, so it requires you to complete 5 needs for these animals. But because these are invertebrates, it's not required. But obviously if you want to keep them, you might as well keep them as best as you can. So I always like to think that the Animal Welfare Act applies for all animals. So if you go along with that, you'll have the healthiest insects like ever, really. But these guys, they're just so cool. So these are the millipedes. You can also buy centipedes. Why I would choose millipedes over centipedes is because centipedes are venomous. So this was another quick little creature feature video again. I quite like these little creature feature videos. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you the new odd creature that has joined the zoo, and give you like a little bit of information about it. Maybe you didn't know. If I am wrong, please let me know. If, like, you know, I'm always open to like being told no, this is the other thing. But yeah, so if you ever do want a millipede, make sure you do your research before you actually get the animal. It's with any animal, make sure you do all your research just so you know everything. That's your aim. So before you get an animal, you want to know everything about it. So when the pet shop person goes, do you know to do this? You can kind of go, yes. But yeah, so I'm going to thank you for watching, and see ya.